AI specialists are becoming more and more expensive to the point where if you are a early stage startup with perhaps a very differentiated value proposition, product, service, etc., and you're looking to now scale and you
Mm.
take money from a touring capital, right? Now you have to learn really great technical talent away from the incumbents, the large companies. And it's these folks are over-resourced, and where's the incentive to go off into the Wild West and try your hand with a smaller startup? So how do you advise companies on that front and in order to, again, attract talent and scale at that point?
Yeah, it's a great question. It's almost the war for talent among a very small supply of talent to begin with, experts. So a lot of the advice that we give, of course, the incumbents are able to attract a lot of this talent, and that for sure exists in terms of how much they can pay people, et
Mm.
cetera.
Mhm.
However, I will say the incumbents all went through pretty much every single one of them went through pretty aggressive rounds of layoffs
Mhm.
over the
Mhm.
last, call it 18 months or so.
Right.
And so you almost had these incredibly talented people getting laid off across the board in different roles, right? AI included,
Mhm.
really taking stock of what they're building and what they're doing as their next step. If you are nothing but a cog in a grand scheme of things, because that's what getting laid off really feels like.
Yep.
Because
Mhm.
at the end of the day, you are a number and people are trying to right size the cost basis of a business. And so what I'm actually seeing is there's an entire crop of folks from that laid off group that want to only do startups and want to be able to, at least with a startup, be able to control their own destiny, right? Build
Mhm.
themselves, that they have a say in, they have an ownership in than anything else. So that's definitely happened. The folks who are seeing their friends who are impacted as well are also seeing the same thing. But I wouldn't necessarily say that it's great AI talent is picking incumbents because of the higher pay or the more stability. It's actually proven to not be very stable over the
Mm.
last couple of years. So that's probably my first point. My second point is more than ever, I'm advising portfolio companies to start thinking about geographies that are not more mainstream, right? So outside of the Bay Area that's been going on for a while. But look outside of the US and look across the globe. We're called touring because we want to tour the world to identify the best founders.
Mm.
And so, but almost look at different pockets in the world that have AI clusters and AI hubs and AI talent at scale, and almost different hubs that have signs of becoming future Bay Area.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And so, and leverage and build a global first company from day one, where you can have a research hub in a particular location, you can have a go to market team in a particular location, and and a lot of our portfolio companies are taking that approach.
Sure.
What
Well,
hotspots are you seeing right now globally in AI?
So India, for sure,
Mhm.
definitely some parts of Europe that are pretty fascinating, where they're so close to research centers and universities. That's great. Actually, seeing a lot in Australia as well. I recently went on a trip to both India and Australia. India for Sasbumi, I think I mentioned that
yeah,
earlier.
yeah.
But very impressive the talent that's coming out of those geographies as well. And Canada as well, that Toronto, Montreal, Waterloo corridor.